Welcome, friends, to our Friday's practice titled Yoga for Stress Reduction. I have nicknamed this class Point of Comfort. Okay, so what do I mean by the point of comfort? When our nervous systems are in regulation, we're able to be in a place of relaxed ease. When we are not operating from a place of comfort, and I'll explain a little bit more from that, we start to send a message to our bodies and our minds of a protection response, a defense response. So operating from a place of comfort with being okay with where we're at, with our thoughts, with our breath, with our body, it allows us to regulate and titrate our sense of comfort. So meeting ourselves in a mindful way where we are today, right? So our sense of comfort changes from day to day. And as we practice, our resiliency gets better and we can press the boundaries of comfort. Okay, so that being said, we're going to start in a mudra dance. I'm going to explain it lightly, and then we're going to go to the mat. So at the mat, I would like you to have an ottoman or a couch available, and the 2-inch block. Okay, so a brief review of this mudra dance. I call it "It's All Okay." You place your finger pad of your index finger to your finger pad of your thumb, and this is the mudra for wisdom. Right? So for me, wisdom is clear thinking and the ability to make a good decision for myself when the nervous system is regulated. Okay, so the supple energies that we can access to bring ourselves into a place of wisdom. Drop the index finger down to just below where the thumb pad is. And then this mudra here is for balance in emotional and mental health. And then drop the finger pads all the way down to the bottom. And this is a place of regulating your breath and your body. Okay, welcome to class. I'm going to meet you on the mat. So starting from that first place of comfort, you're going to come on down, have the 2-inch block, and then place the block underneath your head. Okay, so checking in, maybe roll your head a little bit from right and left. And then make sure it's in the right spot. So, it's okay to move it around to check it out. Okay, Goldilocks. Once it feels just right, then let's come into this place where we're coming into the mudra, where we're in the wisdom mudra, where it's thumbs to index fingers, and then let your hands come to the floor or to your body. Okay. So it's a light sensation at the finger pad, so no need to press or seek. So non-striving even in the mudra. Okay, begin to welcome your breath in. Right, slow, steady breath out. Breathe in. It's already okay. Okay, slide the finger pads down underneath that thumb pad in that place of emotional, mental regulation. Make any adjustments with your legs so you can feel more comfortable and at ease. Okay, now just allow yourself to be with any thoughts, emotions, feelings that are arising now. Breathe. Maybe notice your mood. Right? Practicing mindfulness, becoming aware in the present moment. Okay, and then last time, slide that index finger to the base of the thumb. And then this is the place for the body and breath. So scan your body, notice any tension or tight places, and then encourage yourself to simply breathe softly. Easy in, easy out. Okay, now let's start to integrate the body and breath. Release the mudra. Place your hands on the top of your hip bones. Okay, now press your lower back into the mat and feel the hip bones going down. So the top point's going down as you tip the tailbone up. And then reverse it. Feel the bones moving forward at the top of your pelvis and the tailbone moving back and down. Okay, stay in the noticing of that pelvic tilt back and forth. Simply notice. So when we begin to notice when the unconscious holding patterns come into our consciousness, then we're able to make a clear decision to bring ourselves to a place of ease. Okay, nice and easy. Release that and then heel toe your feet together. Drop your hands comfortably to the side. See if you can keep your knees together and drop your knees lightly over to the right so they don't go very far, and then bring them back into center. Okay, so this is really nice. It massages through the pelvis and the back body. It starts to turn on the chain of inside the leg muscles, your adductors, all the way to your hip flexor and your core muscles. All right, so this is nice support for your lower back. Okay, now tune in, no striving. Move to a place of comfort. See if you can keep your legs together and notice. Okay, and now release. Now we're going to release the kinetic chain inside the legs by dropping the knees out to the sides in a bound angle. And just pause there for a moment. Can you sense the knee height from one side to the other? Right, so it feels to me like my left knee is lower than my right knee. Right, so notice your body. Okay, nice and easy. Pull the knees back up. And same thing. Knees come together, drop them over to the left just a little bit, and then return. Okay, sense it. Pay attention. Right, so maybe you notice you hold your breath a little bit. I certainly do. When I'm being curious, sometimes I stop breathing. So just notice what it is for you. Okay, coming back into neutral. Notice the kinetic chain inside of the adductors inside the legs. And then let's open that chain back up and release the tension. Drop the knees out to the side in a butterfly. Give yourself a moment to release the tension of the legs. Right, so this is also resiliency of the nervous system, where we create just a little bit of tension and then we allow comfort to arise. Okay, let's continue moving. Draw the knees together, and this time stack the right knee over the left, palms out by your sides, and now explore the right knee over to the right. Okay, allow it to be the opening to unfold naturally, and then bring yourself back up into neutral. So this is a somatic movement. Right, so this particular movement comes out of Thomas Hanna Somatic Education, and really it's to balance the SI joint, massage the lower back, and to release any tension through that hip flexor area in the lumbar spine. Okay, now once again, unstack. This time, interlace your hands behind your head, so it's a little bit of a chest opener, and then let the knees drop out to the sides. So we're going to have a little bit of core work here before we do the other side. So inhale, soft belly. As you begin to exhale, draw your knees together, press your lower back into the mat, then draw your elbows together and curl up comfortably. And then coordinate the release on the way down. Head comes down, elbows open, knees butterfly open. Inhale. Exhale, activate your legs, press your lower back in, elbows towards your knees. Okay, allow your body to coordinate. Okay, come through 3 more times. Cultivating moving with ease. So regulating with the sympathetic nervous system, right? Mobilization. So if you feel yourself pushing or striving, come off of that a little bit so we're supporting that place of steady and comfortable, at the same time creating some core strength. And the next time you come down, release your hands, stack the left knee over the right knee. Okay, now let's explore left knee over to the left. So this self-study, C-IAYT, does this now have more range than the other side or vice versa? Okay, now once again, let's return to that constructive rest. Interlace your hands behind your head comfortably. Okay, now if you like that open butterfly top and bottom, you can add the legs, or maybe your point of comfort is to keep your knees in neutral or standing neutral. Okay, so check it out. What's going to work for you? Inhale is an open space. Exhale, draw the elbows towards the knees, press the lower back into the mat. Inhale, opening up. Maybe you open the knees, maybe you don't. All right, paying attention on purpose to what your body finds comfortable. Connect your core strength to your breath. And the next time your upper body comes down, pull both knees into your chest for Appanasana. And see if you can keep your attention on your lower back as you rock gently from side to side. Where is the sensation? You may even notice the sensation of the head on the block. Right? So right now, it's that twofold, massaging through that parasympathetic nervous system with the ganglia of nerves at the back of the head, that ridge line, and also that same ganglia of parasympathetic nerves at the base of the spine. Okay, so accessing that vagal tone. Okay, now let's cultivate a little bit of strength. Let the left knee pull into the body. Slide the right leg out. I have to make a little room for my legs here. Okay, once you slide that right leg out, activate that right leg and lift it up 1 inch or 2 inches. It's not very high. Okay, have the sense that that right leg is strengthening and lengthening. Okay, nice and easy. Draw that right foot slightly out to the side body. So draw it out maybe 1 inch or 2 so it's reaching in, and maybe we'll call this an awkward line. Okay, notice where you feel it. If the lower back gets squeaky, bend that long leg. So that'll take care of the lower back if you bend the lever. Okay, now everybody drop that pinky out to the side so you're externally rotating the femur bone in your pelvis. So now it's creating some strength in your adductors, in through your psoas, and your core muscles. Okay, so there's the strength. Let the toe come back into neutral, draw it back to the center. Now let the foot rest back down. And once it hits the ground, pull the left knee closer to your body. Maybe it goes out towards the armpit. So what we've done is we've activated one side of the psoas on the right side. And then once we activate it a little bit and release it, it gives us room on the other side in the psoas. So sometimes it's nice to know how to create spaciousness or ease in your body. Okay, soft breath in. Soft breath out. Take a full body stretch. Send that leg all the way out. Comfortable place with your arms, maybe even just by your sides. Stretch out your legs. Squeeze on your legs. And then slowly relax all the musculature. Feel it relax. And then draw your heels in. And let's start the other side. Pull the right knee in towards the chest. Okay, slide that left leg out. Start to activate that left leg, flex that foot, pull it towards the toes towards your head, maybe lift up 1 inch or 2. Okay, have the sense that your abdominals are working, your hip flexors, and then take the foot out to the side 1 inch or 2. Okay, in a comfortable range outside of the midline of the body. And now turn your pinky outward. Right, so let your pinky turn towards the earth. Notice where you feel it. Right, you may notice that the muscles inside of the leg are turning on your adductors. Okay, now let the foot come back into neutral, bring it back into neutral, lower it down, and now pull the right knee in towards your chest or towards your armpit. Right, so notice the spaciousness that you've created by activating through your musculature. Okay, one more time, take a full body stretch, whatever that looks like, whatever brings you comfort. So if raising your arms over your head doesn't bring you comfort, don't do that. All right, so find something that feels good, stretch your body, engage your leg muscles, create a little bit of tension. And then when you're ready to release, feel all the musculature let go. Okay, last time, knees into your chest, be curious. And just notice that this simple yoga posture, rocking gently, is a great tool to bring yourself back towards a sense of ease. Right? And that being said, if this is not comfortable for you, don't do it. Okay, slowly let's release and let's come and have a seat. I'm going to use the block to sit on the block. Okay, first part is to lengthen up your spine. So draw your knees into a place that makes sense to allow you to lengthen your spine. And then maybe wrap your hands underneath to help pull your chest forward or in front of your knees. Okay, relax your shoulders. Just allow yourself to be here and breathe for a few moments. Easy in, easy out. Making room for non-striving. Okay, now let's turn our attention to our pelvis and tip your tailbone forward. So you're taking the pointers at the top backward. So there's a little curl there, and then reverse it. Take those top points forward and your tailbone backward. Okay, move in a place of comfort. You might have to make friends with sitting on the block. Allow yourself to feel safe and secure. So if you need to come off, do that. So moving towards a place of comfort and safety is regulation of the nervous system. All right? And when we're in that ventral vagal complex, clear thinking is available. Right? So then there's choice. Okay, the next time you come to the top, slide the right leg forward, and this time place your hands underneath the knee on the left. Okay, tip the top of your hip bones forward. Actually, tip them back. So curl, tailbone forward. Notice where you feel it. And then let's come into a little pelvic tilting. Here we go. Lift up, send your tailbone back. There's a little back arch, not much, spinal extension. And then exhale and curl. Okay, creating mobility through the pelvis so that we can walk through this world with ease, be upright as we age. Okay, the next time you come to the top, switch legs. Start to coordinate your breath as exhale, flexion of the spine, inhale, extension. Notice your body moving at your pelvis. Okay, the next time you sit tall, let's take it into a twist. Opposite arm wraps this bent knee. Turn your body. Okay, give yourself a moment and place your head where it feels comfortable. Breathe. Just notice if your mind is wandering and where you're wandering to. Okay, when you're ready, bring your head back into neutral and switch sides. Turn your attention to your thoughts and emotions for a moment and simply notice what is here now and welcome it in. And then check in with your neck. Find a comfortable place with your head and rest there for a couple more breaths. Okay, let's all release out of the twist and then make our way to standing. Take your time. And then once you make your way to standing, a little bit of shoulder rolls, and then I'd like you to step your feet hips width apart. I'm going to turn myself sideways so you can see. We're going to step using squatting in a progression to be able to touch the floor. So here's the first progression. Bend your knees a little bit and send your tailbone back. Okay, and then once you're here, just notice where you feel it. And then allow yourself to come to standing. Energize your legs. Okay, and the same thing. Bend your knees, send your tailbone a little bit further back, and then reach your fingertips to about your kneecaps. And then return all the way up. Okay, so maybe you have the ottoman close by. So here's the next one. Bend your knees, send your tailbone back, and then let your hands dangle maybe near your toes. Maybe you touch the floor and then come all the way back up. Okay, so let's go through that progression one more time. Bend in, send your tailbone back a little bit. Hands stay on your thighs. Breathe. Exhale, return to the top. Inhale, bend your knees, send your tailbone back, fingertips over towards your kneecaps. Exhale, all the way to the top. Squeeze on your legs. Inhale, bend in, send your tailbone further back as your fingers dangle above your toes, or maybe they touch the floor, and then come all the way back. Okay, learning the mechanics of the body, right? So sometimes we think we blame it all on that we can't touch the floor because our hamstrings are tight. Part of the forward folding is the mechanics through the hip area. Okay, so let's bring our hands to the attention of our hip bones. So place your hands on your hip bones, and we're going to practice moving through balance. So I'd like you to slide your left leg forward. Okay, and so it's like a walking step forward. Now lift the toe 1 inch. Feel your balance. Okay, now flex your foot, so pull your toes back. And now here's the mindfulness. Place your heel down in the front and then shift the weight from your heel to the balls of your foot in the front and your lift in the back heel. Okay, squeeze on the leg muscles in the back. The heel in the front is down in the front. Okay, now let's shift it back. Pay attention, shift the back leg to the heel, lift the toe in the front, lift it up 1 inch, point the toe, and then bring it back. Okay, let's drop to the other side. Extend through the right leg. Core engages, lift the foot 1 inch. Flex the foot. Now feel your heel touching the earth, and then feel your foot roll forward, lift up on the heel in the back, so you're on the ball of the foot in the back. Squeeze on the gluteal muscles in the back, and feel your spine extend. Okay, let's shift it back. Feel your weight go into the heel in the back. Point the toe, flex the toe, and bring it back. Okay, now let's move through balance side to side. Left leg, send it out, lift it up. Flex the foot. Roll the heel down to the ball of the foot, lift the heel in the back. Shift your weight back, shift the foot in the front, lift it up, and bring it back. Other side. Concentrate on feeling your feet. One more side to side. Okay, and release. Now let's shift into a static balance by shifting the weight over to the right leg and lifting the left leg out to the side. So lift it out to the side, flex the foot, squeeze on your leg muscles, breathe. Where do you feel it in your body? Okay, nice and easy. Step it wide, turn the toes out, bend the knees. Go to your comfortable place. Maybe you can go all the way down if that feels comfortable for you. And then come all the way back up. Okay, repeat your comfortable place 2 more times. Okay, moving with ease, right? We're creating a little bit of stability and grounding through the legs. At the same time, flexibility through the hamstrings. Okay, the next time you come to the top, give your shoulders a little roll. And then let's find that static balance on the other side. Shift over to the left. Hands on the hip bones. Lift the leg on the right. Flex the foot. All right, so it doesn't come up very high. Energize that leg. All right, and if you topple over, that's okay. Come back. Okay, and then let's release down. Turn the toes wide, and then let's add the mudra as we come into these next rounds of squatting. Okay, so turn your toes out comfortably. Let's find that wisdom mudra first. Reach your hands lightly forward. So you're in the mudra, finger pad to thumb. Bend your knees, send your tailbone back. So your hands are light and you're coming into your variation of squat. Maybe you come low, maybe you don't. And when you're ready to inhale, come all the way back up. Feel your body. Okay, shift your index finger to below your thumb pad. This is the one for emotional and mental balance. Okay, arms forward lightly, maybe just below your shoulders, soft elbows, soft wrists. Bend in, send your tailbone back, the top of your pelvis bones forward. Find your comfortable squat. And when you're ready to inhale, come all the way up. Shift to the base of your thumb with the mudra. And one more. Soft arms. Where do you notice in your body? Give your shoulders a little roll. Bring the couch or bring yourself to the couch or the ottoman to you. Place your hands on the ottoman and then find bent knees. So not long in the hamstrings here. You're going to bend the knees, right? Protect your back. And then let's find that cat and cow with bent knees. So when you're ready, tip the tops of your hip bones forward and the tailbone goes back and up. And then reverse it. Tailbone goes forward as you bring your chin towards your chest. Keep your knees bent. Right, so keeping the movement through your spine and your pelvis with soft knees. All right, so steady, comfortable on the bottom. What do you notice? Now let's find neutral spine in a variation of downward facing dog. So walk your legs back. All right, so send your tailbone back, your hip bones forward at the top, and relax your head. Now, what adjustment can you make to allow the hamstrings to be comfortable, right? So maybe you soften your knees a little bit more, right? Maybe you move a little closer or further away. Feeling your back stretch, maybe shift your weight from side to side, feeling the sensation shift around in your body. Okay, shift through the middle, take a soft breath in. And when you're ready to exhale, step your left leg forward, pick your head up, and you're in lunge pose. Okay, so lots of options here. We have done a lot of patterning for the hamstrings to open. So maybe you stay here, or maybe you shift your tailbone back and lengthen out into a variation of pyramid pose. So tune in, no need to force. Maybe you stay with your knee bent in the front. Maybe you don't. Okay, so find your place of ease with your body. Relax into your breath. Okay, no matter what supported variation you're in, let's all join together, shifting the weight forward and then stepping the front leg back. So find yourself in a modified plank for a moment, energize through your legs, and then step your right leg forward. Okay, tune in. Maybe you stay in lunge on this side. Maybe you shift back. Feel the stretch in your body. And then check in, not trying to overdo. So meeting a gentle edge of the stretch. Creating a sense of openness through the body. Okay, once again, everybody shift your weight slightly forward and then take that front leg back. Find an activated plank for a moment. Okay, press in through your palms, activate your arms, your shoulders, your belly, and then soften your knees and send your tailbone back. Make any adjustments with your feet so this back stretch is comfortable. Okay, take a couple of breathing cycles here. Okay, slowly walk your feet forward. Come all the way up. Give the shoulders a little roll. And then once again, step wide. And then bend into your knees and send your tailbone back just a little bit. Okay, so you're in this steady place. Then you're going to take your left elbow over your right. Okay, so maybe you can come to eagle arms, or maybe you just simply stack elbows. And then run your elbows in a circle over to the left. So take them up and around. Notice where you feel it in your body. All right, maybe you explore making the circles smaller. Maybe you're curious about making them bigger. Okay, once again, release your arms, come out of your legs, stand steady for a moment. Take a soft breath in. and out. Okay, let's prepare. Take the right elbow over your left and then begin circling over towards the right. So let your tailbone drift back a little bit. All right, so you're not standing straight up. The tailbone is back, creating a steady base. And then give yourself permission to explore it. All right, what feels good? Again, connecting that moving from a place of ease is regulating the autonomic nervous system. So you want to encourage that. Okay. Release out, turn towards your support. Let the legs go wide. Bend in, send your tailbone backward, and then allow your hands to come down to the cushion and then your forearms. Okay, now let the head dangle so you're creating a little bit of spaciousness in the neck. And then maybe shift your weight from right and left and make it a little bit of an exploration. Once you find a place that feels pretty good, rest there. Notice your breath. Where is the sensation in the body? Allow yourself to enjoy it. And I'd spend a couple more moments here lingering. Make it manageable. And then let's slowly make our way down onto the mat. We're going to come directly onto the back. Bring the low block with you. We're going to start with the low block underneath the pelvis. If you need a low blanket for the head, tune in once you get there. All right, so check in. And then let's set that block underneath the pelvis. So let's come back to a psoas opening stretch in a static way here. So slide the right leg out. Okay, now tune in. Maybe you want to send the right leg out and slightly out to the side. Maybe that feels better. Right? Maybe the pinky rolls out to the side. So allow yourself to open up in a way that you have comfort here. Okay, and then check in. Maybe you like this. Maybe you like the arms above your head, or maybe in goal post. Whatever it is, just allow the body to settle. Okay, feel the stretch in your body. Breathe. All is well. Notice the light pressure at the pelvis. At the shoulders. Start to feel your mind settling a bit. Connecting to the earth. Okay, make your way to the other leg. Go slow. Explore it. What feels better? Right? Encouraging yourself to feel good in your body. Breathe. And let the mind wander freely without getting overly involved in whatever the story is. Just notice how that mind space changes. Okay, now let's pull that heel back in. Then pause here in this this low bridge. If it makes sense to you, maybe you draw your knees and tent them together. Right, we all have different bone structures through our pelvis and our femur bones. So find something where your legs are not working. You're sensing the lower back pressing lightly into the prop. Again, that light pressure activating that parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, now let's come off of the block. We're going to end class with a relaxation pose with legs up. So draw yourself close to the couch or the ottoman, and then place the back of your knees on the cushion, right? So your body is relatively close, and when you're ready, come on down. If you like the block underneath the head, maybe you support yourself in that way. Okay, so let's introduce the mudra. So wiggle around and feel yourself comfortable on the earth. Close your eyes if that works. And then come back to that wisdom mudra, both pads together, thumb and index finger. Invite in wisdom. Shift your finger pads below your thumb. Just allow yourself to welcome in all thoughts and emotions. It's all okay. And then lastly, draw that finger pad to the base of your thumb. Allow your body to settle. Notice how the breath is slowing down. And then invite yourself to choose a mudra or release the mudra, whatever you liked. Let yourself rest in that place. Invite that sense of peace. Welcome it in. And continue to rest here for another minute or so. If you find your legs feel fuzzy or numb or uncomfortable, simply come down off of the prop and care for yourself. Draw a deeper breath into your body. And if this feels comfortable, maybe you want to linger here and hum as we close class with 3 chants of Om, or maybe you're ready to move your body. Okay, choose what works for you. Okay, now come back to the mudra. And as you begin to know yourself profoundly, choose the mudra that works for you. Clear seeing, emotional and mental balance, body and breath, health. Okay, let's close it up. Prepare. Om. 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 The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.